Hey, this is Tamatonga, Bullet Club original OG triple OG triple, and you're listening to the Junkyard.
All right, we are live in the Junkyard for the NXT WARGAMES prediction show. I'm your host, Spencer Cantor, also known as Number 11. We have a special guest tonight in the Junkyard, but before that, regular boys, introduce yourself.
All right. As many of you know, I am Dennis Day Jr., otherwise known as DDJ, the host of What Do You Say with DDJ that drops every Monday at midnight.
Cheap pop and plug.
You know how we do it in the yard.
Got to give the people what they want.
This is how we do it.
Oh, God.
And what they want, ladies and gentlemen, is me. This is the one and only Jovanni 2 Hotty, also known as El Guapo 2 Hotty.
Woot, woot. I certainly don't want you.
Don't lie to yourself, DJ.
All right. Dozer, introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, everybody. My name is Dozer. I'm from the Such Good Shoot podcast. I am more or less the host, along with Isaac and Shane. We bring the ruckus every Thursday night live at 10, powered by Pro Wrestling Junkies. We're a little bit more unscripted and off the cuff, and surprise co-host Dakota tonight.
I was just about to say, Dozer, who's that joining you with?
That's my dog, Coda. Oh, Coda.
Oh.
What did you do?
Hi, Coda.
I don't know.
You rolled him on the chair. He had to roll him on the chair. Poor Coda.
Oh, God.
No, I tried to pick her up. She didn't want to be picked up.
All right.
Sure.
Off to a great start tonight.
Absolutely. To get this train off the rails early, everybody, what you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking sugar-free. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dozer. You're the guest.
I'll start off with some Whistle Pig 10-year. Some nice rye whiskey tonight.
Very nice. Jovanni.
You got to give the people what they want, DDJ. I am drinking water because DDJ can't be patient. I have water.
And Dennis, what are you drinking with the people?
Drinking sugar-free blood of AJ Styles. Actually, it's sugar-free Powerade.
Okay, well, that's definitely not the blood of AJ Styles. That is red wine. Guys, I am going a little hard tonight. I got water on the side, but I got me a Cutwater Tiki Rum Mai Tai. Jovan knows how these are. This is my last one, so I figured I'd pop it open for a special occasion.
Man, those things are awesome. Y'all making me want to grab a beer out of the fridge.
Dude, if you want to, go ahead.
I don't know. We already did the timer shit, so. Oh, sorry. Am I supposed to curse on this one, or should I?
Yeah, go ahead. It's fine.
It's after dark. We don't care. Let's go for it.
It looks like Jovan's going to grab a little bit of a heavier drink right now. Dennis, before we get started, to give him some time, Dennis was on the Such Good Shoots podcast. How did that go last night?
Oh, God, besides the fact that I had to relive the horror of ECW December to Dismember, it was a lot of fun. I love your show, Dozer. You, Shane, and Isaac are awesome. I almost was exposed to a little bit more of Isaac than I think I cared to be exposed to.
Only a little bit, though. Only a little bit.
But thankfully, I had enough presence of mind to cover my eyes. But no, seriously, it was a lot of fun. I mean, we had fun reviewing a crappy show, and that. So I think I gave out the first ever 100th of a star rating in the history of pro wrestling matches.
Don't worry, we also gave a 2020 star rating to one.
There was a 2020 star. I watched the whole night, and that was well deserved.
Oh man, I might have to go back and watch this stream. This sounds like it was fun.
Oh man, it was. We also did a little bit of a Pat Patterson tribute, and a little bit of a nostalgia kick. We relived the infamous New York City alley fight between Pat Patterson and one Sergeant Slaughter.
Drink for Pat.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that is really good. DJ, you enjoying that water?
It's not water. It's Powerade.
No, we know it's not water.
It's not water.
No, it's water. I don't know what you're talking about. Water, people. It's water.
You guys got any water?
Water.
All right, before let's stop talking about water and get into our NXT prediction show, because this is what the people actually came for. We are going to start off with Tommaso Ciampa versus Timothy Thatcher. Jovan, who do you got in this match and why?
I have Timothy Thatcher. Reason being, I'm a big time Tommaso Ciampa fan. Black card all the way. But something feels a bit different with him right now. I don't know if we're on the cusp of him being the bar, I guess you can say. It kind of feels like they're going to make him the measuring stick on where people, exactly the bar, on where people kind of measure up. But I think it's definitely Thatcher's going to be put over and Ciampa's going to be the one to do it.
Okay. DDJ, who you got?
I think Tommaso's at that stage where he's really done all he can do in NXT, and there's really, I think he's hit the proverbial ceiling. So, yep. and since Thatcher's come to NXT, I don't think he's had that signature win that he really needs. So I'm going to go with my man Jovanni here and say that Thatcher gets the win.
All right, Dozer.
So first off, I'm going to disagree and say didn't have the signature win he needs. Fight Pit versus Riddle. I really think that's the signature win that Thatcher needed.
Fair enough.
I do agree that Ciampa's the top of the card, the heart and soul of NXT, as people might say. Yes. And I'm going to agree with everyone that it's Thatcher's taking this all the way. He needs the win. Ciampa can suffer a loss and not really lose any space or whatever's going on there. So, Thatcher.
We are going to have our first agreement of the night, and I don't think that probably might happen a lot, but I'm going to go Timothy Thatcher as well. Tommaso Ciampa, he's looked great in the past. He's had some good wins. Timothy Thatcher, I think it's time for him to get a big win over an NXT alum, and I think Thatcher will pull out the win on Sunday against Tommaso Ciampa. So that's a four-way on the first match of the card. Thought maybe we might have some disagreement there, but nope, all in agreement.
Thatcher's pulling out the win just like Isaac.
No comment.
No comment. Go watch Such Good Shoot in the Pro Wrestling Junkies group for more context on that one. All right.
I want your shirts too.
Yeah, buy our shirts. I haven't even bought our shirts yet.
Way to be a good host, man.
Yeah, way to support your own show.
I have a new one I just designed that is going to be on its way shortly, but
They literally admitted to doing the shirt concepts on cocktail napkins last night.
Oh, you got to sign them and sell them now. Give the people what they want.
Well, we all know what Jovanni wants.
Oh, he froze, guys. Everybody take a drink. That's the new
dang it.
drinking game for the Junkyard. Every time one of us freezes, you got to take a drink.
And he just got new Wi-Fi too.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next match, and this is gonna be a fun one to talk about. We have Dexter Lumis versus Cameron Grimes in a strap match. Recently they had I think a blindfold match on NXT.
Yeah.
So the gimmick matches are continuing. So Dennis, we'll start with you. Who wins and why?
Don't forget, they also had that really weird cinematic match where, I don't even know how to describe it, but I'm just going to stick with as really weird, where they started out in some, old rundown house or whatever, and there was, a zombie referee and everything. But I love both of these guys. These guys have both come a long ways since their time in Impact Wrestling. The former Samuel Shaw, now known as Dexter Lumis, is creepy as heck, and Cameron Grimes is just hilariously entertaining and stuff. And I am actually going to go with Cameron Grimes to the moon.
I'm taking a drink because I was waiting to see how long it'd take someone to say that.
I'll agree to that one. All right. Dozer, who you got and why? And please don't say To the Moon again.
Well, you have now made me.
He's
I'm
got
going to have to say it during it now. You have set it up. So now I'm going to have to do it. It's the rules of threes. But so I in this match, I think it's going to be Dexter Lumis. I think he is just going to do some great freaky shit with that strap. I think there's going to be the light. It's going to be very horror themed. It's going to be Jason Voorhees like. And Cameron Grimes will probably crap himself straight to the moon.
Drink. I asked for that.
This is it, Spencer. You got no one to blame but yourself.
All right. Jovanni, are we going to the moon or are we going with the creepy psychopath?
Well, gentlemen, I have long made it known my deep, deep disdain for all of these gimmick matches, and they always circle around one Mr. Grimes. So, Mr. Grimes, please, for the love of God, take this L and stop with the bullshit. Give me Loomis.
All right. So we are not going to the moon. That's number 4. We are sticking with Dexter Lumis. This guy is an absolute freak. He kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies every time he comes to the ring. So I see him probably like licking the strap or doing something just absolutely crazy with that. And he's going to
serial killer vibes.
He does. He okay. He gives me like Dexter vibes.
Yes.
When I see him. So I'm gonna go with the Dexter wannabe, Dexter Lumis.
Yes. Spencer, I guarantee you that guy knows how to dispose of a dead body.
He's also a hell of an artist too, by the way.
He paints blood.
All right, before we move on, if you guys can see, if you're watching the video feed, this will also be available on audio podcast very soon. We have some meet and greets coming up. I want to go ahead and give these a plug real quick. December 7th, we have Vicky Guerrero. December 8th, we have Ethan Page. Go to playedbyjulian.com. Use code Junkies for 22% off. We also have a contest in the group. Make sure you post your pick. December 14th, we got JTG. December 21st, we have The Godfather. And December 28th, we might have a holiday surprise for you. So stay tuned.
The Christmas monster?
I thought we were going to get oh, wait, no. Balls Mahoney said, as to say, I thought we were going to get Santa Claus.
I'm about to say Balls is dead.
Well,
we're
maybe
exhuming.
Goldberg. He was in Santa's sleigh.
Oh, there you go.
He was.
No, we're gonna get the Grinch as played by Swoggle.
We're not going to get the Big Show as in the one Santa, the giant Santa from Jingle All the Way.
No, if we're getting the Grinch, we're going to get the one played by Matthew Morrison coming up. I think, what is it, coming out the 9th? Have you guys seen that promo? That looks crazy.
Yeah.
It's a live-action musical again. Looks like all of them.
Gentlemen, I have refilled.
Oh,
there you go.
Dennis, let's switch to the hard stuff. We got a Not Your Father's Root Beer. One of the products I actually put up.
That goes great with a cigar.
I
smoke them if you got them, gentlemen.
Yeah, smoke them if you got them. All right, let's move on to the next match. And I think Jovan is definitely going to have a lot to say about this one. And that is the triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. Damian Priest versus Johnny Takeover, Johnny Gargano, versus the NXT North American Champion. I can't believe I have to keep saying this. This Leon Ruff is the champion of these 3 men. So, does the underdog story continue, or does Johnny Gargano or Damian Priest get their title back? Dozer, let's start with you.
So, I think we're going to get the first three-peat here. We're going to have Johnny Gargano take this. I don't have any good logical reason as why. Because, it would make sense to give it to one of them, one of the other guys, but you know what? Johnny Gargano's never going to make it to the main roster, because if he does, he is just going to be squashed and squashed and squashed and squashed.
Yep.
So you may as well have him be one of the top guys on the NXT brand. So I think he's going to take it for the three-peat.
All right. Dennis, because I want to end with Jovan. So, Dennis.
All right. So this may actually add a little fuel to the fire, the flames that are probably kind of starting to. Jovanni's probably getting worked up and stuff. I have no problem fanning the flames. I'm going to say I've been going actually back and forth with all three of these guys here because I think they all got a reason to win. But right. I'm going to go, and this is Jovanni. I love you, bro. But I'm saying somehow, some way, Leon Ruff lucks out and retains the title.
Oh, wow. Oh. Hey. If for those watching or hearing the audio feed, saw the video feeds, Dozer, I think were you doing like the belt thing? Is that what it was? Or
yeah, holding the belt, just so happy I had it. Look at me, I'm the champ, man. I'm the champ.
I know, you get your Triple H pointing photo. Hey, everybody, I'm the champ. That's all I wanted it for. Jovan, please don't get mad at me because I think I'm gonna go Leon Ruff too.
Yes.
I don't want to. I think Johnny Gargano, if out of all those three, has the best shot to get it back. But I think there's just something that's going to happen, and they're going to actually let Leon Ruff wrestle and show why he actually won the North American Championship. Because if Leon Ruff does not retain this championship, then there was absolutely no point to putting it on him in the first place. Now, Johnny Gargano...
WWE booking, though.
Yes.
Okay, well, this is... I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because this is NXT, and that is slightly better. So the only way and the only thing that legit makes sense is Leon Ruff winning. But I could very well see Johnny Gargano getting it back, especially because he now has all the Scream Mask wannabes coming to help him. Possibly David Arquette might be under there. I think there was a tweet about that or something. But Jovan,
for that.
That would be very interesting.
David Arquette's a former WCW champion.
Yeah.
Put some respect on that man's name.
All right, Jovan, the floor is yours, sir.
Do me a favor, throw up that graphic.
Okay.
Gentlemen, which one here is not like the others?
Technically, they're not
one
like
actually built like a professional wrestler.
You've got two guys that are just Vince's wet dream body-wise, and then you have the jobber who sweeps after the matches. I'm going to tell you why Leon Ruff got this title. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Vince walks into Hunter's office and goes, hey, Hunter, you know it'd be some good shit. What's that little guy's name? Leon. Yeah, Leon. Let's put the belt on him.
Well, your answer is way better than mine because my answer was affirmative action. So
we can't put the belt on Dream. He's done things. Gentlemen, this really, there's no reason for Leon Ruff to get the belt in the first place. He put it on and it fell off of him like it was a damn cartoon.
Yeah.
This, to all the people who hate people who make the business look fake, Leon Ruff. So, with that being said, the belt goes back to the rightful owner who should have never lost it, in Damian Priest.
Oh,
they built Priest up as a monster. He looked really good. Then for some reason, you put it back on Gargano, but it was a hell of a match. Priest doesn't lose much steam. Then a damn wheel says Leon Rush. And
you mean Leon Ruff?
Whatever the hell.
Leo Rush
is a totally different wrestler.
Leon Ruff. So I won't even say his damn name. But you get the freaking Miracle in Milan again, but this time with the less credible wrestler. Should have never happened. It's time to right this wrong. Give Priest the belt.
And those are doing the Cobra.
I got 4 words for you. 1, 2, 3, kid.
Oh, we're back on that again.
Yep.
The only good thing he ever did was China.
Oh God. Okay, this is turning into a Such Good Shoot podcast. It's going off the rails. But if you've listened to the
You're
Junkyard,
influencing us for the worst.
all right.
And we didn't even bring Isaac on.
Oh, he'll have to join us for a future episode.
Hey, real quick
next
though,
time.
Giovanni,
Oh, absolutely.
that was by far your best impression you've done on this show.
Thank you.
It's the only one I've liked so far. So,
You didn't like Shaq or Mike Tyson?
No,
dude, Shaq sucked. And Mike Tyson sounded like the water boy trying to sound like Mike Tyson.
Well, you need some helium to sound like Mike Tyson, really.
Yeah, it's really hard to get up there. It's kind of like it's up here, but it's not really up here. It's it's hard, dude.
That's more a Big Gay Al than it is a Mike Tyson.
I'm not doing a big
Oh, that's good. Well done,
right.
Dozer.
Where are the
Dozer, you
rails?
can be on with us more often.
Where are the rails?
We are off them, and we are going straight into the women's War Games match, and that is Team Shotzi, which consists of Shotzi Blackheart, Rhea Ripley, Ember Moon, and the NXT Women's Champion Io Shirai versus Team Candice, which is Candice LeRae, Toni Storm, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez. I can't even get it out. Lots of names there. All right. Jovan, let's start with you, my man. Which team is going to go over in this War Games match?
I'm going with the heels. And I think the main reason is going to be Toni Storm. I think she's gonna come out looking phenomenal. I'm a Storm mark, by the way. So if you don't listen to the Junkyard a lot, I've already established this.
It wouldn't be
right.
Are we talking the Eskimo Brothers with Juice Robinson thing?
Yes, that was the comment that made it to the airwaves. But who wouldn't want to be?
Good take there. I'm good now.
Who wouldn't want to be Eskimo Brothers with Juice Robinson? But
damn straight.
I'm saying the heels take this one. For me, for some reason, it just feels like it's a bigger win for all of them involved. Io Shirai is the champ. She could afford to take a loss, even if it looks like they piled up on her, did something to where she's not really weakened by a loss.
Right.
Ember Moon's barely coming back, but people love Ember. She could take a loss. The only person that a loss would necessarily hurt is Shotzi. And I don't think WWE is committing long-term to Shotzi. They did kind of build her up slowly as a face, gave her the big win on Wednesday night for the advantage. But foreshadowing here, I think people who won the advantage are losing the War Games. So I'm going with the heels.
Okay. Dozer, who you got and why?
So I am really torn on this match. There's a lot of good reasons on both sides. I think before I even get into my predictions, Shotzi is with her new badass nuclear awesome tank is going to have the entrance of the night.
Yes.
Potentially, if there is a musical guest, it will be for Shotzi's entrance. Don't know what it's going to be, but I think that's where it's going to fit.
That makes sense.
How awesome would it be if it was Black Sabbath?
If it was
Ozzy
Sabbath,
can barely move. He can barely move.
Just bring Poppy out again.
Yeah, that Poppy's fine again. But I think the heels, I agree, the heels are going to take it.
Yes.
Specifically, I do agree it's going to be Toni going over Io.
Ooh.
Yes.
He's going to pin Io.
I would like that.
The only person you can't pin Shotzi in this match. She can't take the loss. She can't be the one to take the loss.
Right.
Ember Moon is too new from injury to take the loss. And Rhea's kind of on a redemption tour still from the bullshit with Charlotte.
Yes.
So
She's
Io
about to
needs
jump
to
ship
take the
anyway.
loss, but potentially to setting up a title feud.
All right.
All right. DDJ, who we got and why?
All right. Well, I really like the reasoning that Jovanni and Dozer gave for this match. I'm going the other way, though. I'm kind of shocked that the Shotzi's team got the advantage, because typically in these types of matches, the heels have always had the advantage, and it makes for, better stories. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out. That being said, you guys both mentioned about Shotzi not being the one to take the loss, which I agree with. If they lose that match, she can't be the one that takes the loss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, and I actually went back and forth on both of these War Games matches and stuff, because they're both, and which is really good because it's not, so easily predictable. I'm going to go with Team Shotzi, and I think Shotzi's going to get the win, because I disagree with the fact that I think they are invested in her. And I think that they are pushing her to kind of be one of the next big things, and at least in NXT, because she's got that really unique look. She's got that cool helmet. She's got the tank and everything and stuff. And this show has actually, and really when you think about it, basically since Halloween Havoc, NXT's women's division has kind of, in my opinion, been built around Shotzi. And I think they are committed to her. And I think I'm going with Team Shotzi for the win.
He's holding up his new Shotzi Black Hurt, which you got off WWEshop.com, and probably one of those sales.
Don't plug a person who doesn't pay us. When they pay us, you plug them. If they don't pay you, don't plug them.
That's right. So that's why we always...
Hey, Dozer, I plugged you. Yes. What, are you going to pay me or something?
We're all doing this crap for free until we make money.
The defined plug there.
We're all powered by Pro Wrestling Junkies. You know it. I know it.
They know it. All right. So Dozer and Jovan picked Team Candace for very good reasons. And DDJ picked Team Shotzi for another good reason. Now, I've been going back and forth with this one as well. I think more than the men's match, because I think that one's a little more clear. This match could go either way. Where I ultimately ended up is, and it kind of pains me to go against my girl Tony, but I'm going Team Shotzi. I think Shotzi is going to be the one to get the win, and I think she's going to probably pin Candice LeRae to call back to that feud. As Dennis said, Shotzi has been hot since Halloween Havoc. Like before, she was just like the gimmick with the tank, and yes, she still comes out in the tank and everything, but now they're kind of putting more focus on her, and after she picks up this win, possibly they might enter her into like a feud with Io Shirai. I could see that happening, or at least like getting in the title picture. So I could definitely see that happening. But regardless of what happens after, I think Team Shotzi will get the win, and I think Team Shotzi will be the one. Shotzi Blackheart will be the one to get the pin in that match.
All right,
we're split there.
We are split. I don't know how this one's going to go, but it's going to be very interesting. Let me just put the predictions in here to go up in the group later. But guys, this is the final match of the night, and probably going to be the main event, I would say. Mm-hmm. And that is the NXT Men's War Games match. You have the Undisputed Era. Let's see, everybody throw them up there. No? Okay. You have Adam Cole, baby, versus Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish, not versus and then versus hey, it's late. I've had a little bit, maybe too much drink here. I'm kind of a lightweight. Versus the Kings of NXT, Pat McAfee, Peter Dune, Oni Lorcan, and Danny Burch. Now, this one does, I think, seem clear, but I want to know y'all's predictions on this one, as we always do. So, let's start off with Dozer just holding the Undisputed Era logo pose.
Improperly.
Probably very improperly. Let's start with you, Dozer. Does Undisputed Era pick up the win, or the Kings of NXT here to stay?
So, Undisputed Era has been a part of every War Games match since WWE brought it back. Yep. They took the L last year. I think they're going to take the W this year. I think Pat McAfee can absorb the loss by being friggin' Pat McAfee. And the only X factor is if they plan on calling up the group as a whole to the main roster, which I don't think they're there.
They could go against Retribution.
Oh, you guys, really? You couldn't give me one night? I hate you guys.
Drink.
I don't have enough alcohol to justify retribution at the moment.
I don't think anybody does.
But no, I don't think they're leaving NXT anytime soon. Hopefully, because they are booked so well there.
Right.
They are the reason to watch NXT half the time. So I think Undisputed Era is going to take the win. And I think the feud with Pat McAfee is somehow going to continue after 2 straight wins.
Okay. Dennis, which team you got in this War Games match?
So I obviously, as you know, as those watching the video, I am wearing my Adam Cole Muppet Baby shirt. But honestly, I went back and forth on this match as well too. My heart wants to pick the Undisputed Era, but my mind is telling me, and this is the way I'm going to go. I'm going with the Kings of NXT simply because, much like how you guys just mentioned, how you expect this feud with McAfee and Cole to continue. Pat McAfee has been amazing. I mean, he had an amazing debut match against Adam Cole. I really like this group he's putting together. I'm not the biggest fan of Pete Dunne, but I know a lot of people out there are. I love the fact that Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch are finally getting a chance, like a legit chance. And I just think, and I've always been a firm believer, and this kind of harkens back to when we had predictions for the triple threat ladder match at Clash of Champions with AJ, Jeff Hardy, and Sami Zayn, when I correctly predicted Sami Zayn to win, and he was going to be like just even that much more unbearable. And for that reason, that's why I'm going. That's why I'm going with the Kings of NXT, because you imagine how much more heel heat that Pat McAfee is going to draw as if his team wins that match. So I think for that reason alone, I'm going with the Kings of NXT.
All right, Jovanni.
All right, gentlemen, strap yourselves in. This is going to be a wild one.
Dennis, you strapped in?
I'm strapped in.
All right, El Guapo to Hotty, lead us on an adventure.
There's not one thing that I love more than hot takes. It's conspiracies, and here we go.
Wow, we haven't heard one of these in a while.
I know.
Every good War Games has a turn, has a twist, something that happens that nobody's expecting.
Ooh.
Whether it be a entrant turning on their team, a la Dakota Kai situation. Haven't had one of those in a good while.
Right.
And there was a while back where somebody was picking off the Undisputed Era one by one. And there was one member who I don't believe ever got knocked out. So I'm saying that Pat McAfee's group has an undercover agent who is going to ensure the victory for that group. Yes, this means
a mole in the Undisputed Era.
There is a mole in the Undisputed Era.
Mole.
And his name is
Don't say it.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh.
So yes, McAfee due to interference or some kind of weird shenanigans from Kyle O'Reilly.
Ooh. So are we saying rest in peace Undisputed Era?
No.
I'm saying this is going to be shockwaves that the WWE needs to create after winter came.
Ooh. Shout out to our episode, the Paradigm Shift episode that dropped today on all major audio platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. We talk about AEW winter is coming and the state of wrestling after Sting and Kenny Omega win the title and he's going to Impact. That's a must watch, must listen. Go do that now. Well, not now, afterwards.
Shout out to Spencer for his awesome editing on that. That was great.
Freaking beautiful. I popped. I was working and I popped.
Yep.
That's my job. I like to pop my voice. All right. Whew. All right. So the Undisputed Era has been a staple of NXT for like the past 3-4 years, ever since their inception at, I think it was like TakeOver Brooklyn 3, I think. Or 3 or 4, one of those two. Could be wrong. Yeah. So like when Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish came, and then Roderick Strong was kind of teetering the fence, and then they did the Dusty Rhodes Classic final where he was tag team with Pete Dunne, and he turned on them, and then we got the complete Undisputed Era, and it's been money since. I mean, Bobby Fish has been injured a few times, Adam Cole has been injured, but for the most part, they've been a staple, and like Dozer said, they have been in every War Games match. They won the first one, but they have lost the last 2. Now, this time, they enter against the Kings of NXT, who look to be taking over as the dominant faction in NXT and taking the Undisputed Era's place, and possibly could be a future call-up for the Undisputed Era. But we all said we don't want that, because if they do, they will probably be ruined on the main roster and not used correctly, so they need to stay in NXT. And holy crap, it pains me to say what I'm about to say.
Oh, here we go.
And I am wearing an Undisputed Era shirt, but the Kings of NXT are winning this match. They have to win this match. They need to go over Pat McAfee, Pete Dunne, which people are hating on. I don't know why. Pete Dunne is amazing. He has gotten amazing shape recently because of,
I love Pete Dunne.
He's ripped. Yeah, he's gotten ripped.
Okay, Dozer's my new favorite guy. Dennis, you're probably being replaced. Retribution. So,
God, I can see right now.
But anyways, and then you have Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, who are finally, as you men said, are getting their due as tag team champions, because these two should have been champions a long time ago, and they had their feud with Undisputed Era. So it is calling back on so much history between these two teams and the people involved. And then Pat McAfee came in. He had a pretty good match against Adam Cole, surprised a lot of the doubters, and now he's in NXT for the brand running shop. Now, as Jovan said, I don't think there will be a turn. I think the Undisputed Era will stay together. If Kyle O'Reilly turns, and I could see that happening maybe, because he is the one besides Adam Cole. I think they could have a good singles run for sure. Maybe Roderick Strong. He's got more character. He's not just a wrestler. Bobby Fish.
You got to think of Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish.
How much fish could Bobby Fish fry? Bobby Fish could fry fish. There you go. That's enough of that.
Bobby Fish, Red Dragon.
Yeah. So, and if you've seen like past like Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly feuds and ROH and stuff, they were very good. So we could definitely be seeing that maybe next year. But there was somebody who interfered and helped Pete Dunne win his ladder match against Kyle O'Reilly a couple weeks ago on NXT. I think it was Ridge Holland was helping. Well, not really. I don't know, helping the Kings of NXT, but he was taking out the Undisputed Era before he got hurt. So I don't think we're going to see him.
McAfee's the original guy, I think, before he got hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll see him, but possibly they could bring someone else who was under that mask. It could have been McAfee the whole entire time. Like, Vince says, "Oh, the higher power." It was me the entire time, Austin. But
it was me.
Yes, but I think it's going to be someone new. I don't have any indication who that could be. It could be somebody on the roster. It could be somebody completely new. But I definitely think by hook or crook, the Kings of NXT are going to find a way to win.
Yeah.
And I think Adam Cole is taking the pin.
Oof, baby.
Yep, it send a message right there. Not Kyle O'Reilly, not Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong. Adam Cole will be the one taking the pin, and some way Pat McAfee is going to be the one to cover him. And he is going, as Dennis said, he is going to get the biggest head of all time. More than Dennis gets every time he thinks he gets something right. He's like, "Oh, I got Sami Zayn right. Hey, remember this."
There's no thinking, I got that right.
Okay, Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh, that's mine.
I just have a question to ask in all of this.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the men's match, who is going to start it?
Okay, let's see. Pete Dunne.
Who are going to be the Iron Men? Pete Dunne and...
I'm going to say Kyle O'Reilly.
Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
I'll go Pete Dunne and Kyle O'Reilly.
If O'Reilly starts, he turns. I guarantee it.
Okay.
Ooh.
What
But
do you think,
I'm in
Dose?
agreement. Those are the two to start. Those are the two I think you're trying to make the giant singles competitors to follow in McAfee and Cole.
Yep.
Okay.
But you also got to remember when Pete Dunne joined the Kings of NXT, who did he hit with that chair? It was Kyle O'Reilly.
Ooh.
It's all there.
Good callback.
Yep.
And as Jovan alluded to and talked about on our AEW Winter is Coming Paradigm Shift episode, and when we had Tama Tonga, the one thing that he keeps hearing like complaints from in like the wrestling community, and he just gets so pissed off about, is the fans don't let a story breathe. This would call back to the story, lets it breathe. Long-term storytelling.
It works, people.
So just give it time, let it breathe.
Let it breathe. Not your toys, but the storylines.
No, please let your toys breathe. If you have action figures, and be on the lookout for some new content from Pro Wrestling Junkies. Dennis has dropped an episode already, but be on the lookout for more. Micro brawlers, elites, old action figures and stuff. We're gonna be posting.
Those got shelves for days, but they ain't got shit on them.
Yeah, put some stuff on there.
I was going to say my shelves are empty, but that's because I'm getting new flooring in here, so I got to move all this shit.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna fill them up anytime soon?
Oh, they were filled. Go watch Such Good Shoot. They were filled up the other day.
Okay.
I just had to clear them out. So because, carpet and cigar smoke, they don't go well together.
Wow, hardwood floors.
But that, actually, I totally forgot that you mentioned this, Jovan. Probably a little late, but hell, it's already off the rails. Let's just get into it. Both War Games matches. Which team would you rather be on for men and women? And just rattle them off real quick. DDJ, which team for the women's and men's would you rather be on?
For the women, I'm gonna go with Team Shotzi because they're all different. Like they're and plus they're all like exotic, and I don't know what it is, but with these women that have these unique looks and stuff, like kind of appeal to me.
That's
I'm
Jovanni's
not like
gimmick.
Jovanni. I mean, I guess if you want to call Shotzi creepy, which I don't think she is, I put her in the same ring as
different.
She's Abby Shuto.
She's what?
If they're NCIS people out there, she's Abby Shuto.
Oh, okay.
That's a little
okay.
different.
Yeah. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah, throw Abby in that category too.
So for that, I'm going to go with the Team Shotzi for the women, and then for the men, even though like I did not pick them to win, I would want to be on the Undisputed Era's team because I think those guys just know how to have a good time.
Oh, agreed.
And they're friends.
Yep, absolutely. Dozer.
I'm just agreeing with DDJ. Team Shotzi and Undisputed Era. I would love to party with the Undisputed Era, though I think Adam Cole is a lightweight because, he's all of 3'4".
Woo, shots to Adam Cole late tonight in the Junkyard.
You know what, though? He's doing quite well for himself in the love department, so.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He's got a dentist. He doesn't need dental insurance. He just has to go to his living room. It makes life a little bit easier.
Yeah, he just games and Brit's in his mouth like, okay, Adam, you're good.
So, he's got the setup there. But, no, Undisputed Era, I'd love to party with them, and I think the ladies of Shotzi's team are exotic.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
There are air quotes there if you were listening to the audio feed.
Thank you for keeping that in mind. El Guapo to Hotty. I already know where you're going with the women, so go ahead with that one.
Actually,
whoa!
If I'm going to actually be in this match, I need to be on Team Shotzi because if I'm on Team Candice, I'm not doing a damn thing. I don't want to be that guy, but I am that guy. I mean, it would be bad. I turn into freaking Isaac in a minute.
Bada boom.
Straight up with the nose.
Oh, God.
But, men's team, I would love to party with the Undisputed Era like you guys said, but I'm picking Pat McAfee.
Oh,
Football players, man. You got to stay together. Football and football. I'm there.
Wait, you play football?
Yeah, man.
Wait,
Canadian.
hey, wait a minute. Madden doesn't count.
I have you know, my Madden character is a 99, sir. Thank you.
That's just because
when
you
you buy all
bought the
those Madden
cheat they could
coins,
up to everything without.
Oh yeah, easily.
All right. Well, now we need GDJ versus Jovanni 2 Hotty in a Madden match. That'll be one of our things we throw up on our Twitch channel whenever we get that going. That'll be fun.
It's going down.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Such good shoot.
Such good shoot.
I'll take the plug anytime. Keep pop.
We plug you guys
all the time.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start off with the men's because I think it's a unanimous decision. Yes. Well, beside for weirdo up top there that wants to party with Pat McAfee, weirdo. Undisputed Era, man. They look like they have a great time. Amazing wrestlers, amazing people outside of the ring. They're one of the few like groups, people, all of them. I want to meet them. I want to hang out with them. I want to party with them. I want to have a great time with the Undisputed Era. Bring Britt along. That's fine too. Whoever else wants to come too, bring them along.
Bring Marina Shafir. She could be our bodyguard.
And she could stay from the side.
But anyway. I want that on my good side.
That's a miss, DDJ.
Very big miss.
I think either side Britt Baker's on is not a bad side.
See, there you go.
True.
There you go. I'll give you that too.
Because she's a dentist. So then for the women, now Team Shotzi, I do like Io Shirai, and Shotzi looks like it'd be very interesting. Let's just say that. But I think that's really the only word you can go with that one. And Ember, she's okay. And then Rhea, she scares the shit out of me sometimes, but she's a very attractive woman with the muscles. But I would have to go with Team Candice. Candice and Johnny, they seem like fun people outside of the ring.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm talking outside, not even
boring.
No, man, they're like into like all the action figures and Marvel and shit. That just looks like a fun time right there. But yeah, that's fun. Tony Storm, hello. You don't need any other reasons other than that. Eskimo Brothers.
Yes.
Then you got Dakota Kai, when she first came out to Mae Young Classic, I thought she was cute as hell. Still looks great, so that's not a problem there. And then sure, Raquel can come along too. No. So yeah, that's who I would go with in the end there. So yeah, that was brought to you by Jovanni 2 Hotty, which should have been inserted earlier, but I kind of forgot because I might be a little toasted right now, but it's fine.
You've had one pre-mixed drink. I think,
and he's talking about Adam Cole being a lightweight.
12.5% alcohol content.
Ooh,
Spencer's our Adam Cole.
60.4% alcohol.
Well, you're not drinking the whole thing.
my not your father's root beer is only 5.9. So
okay, well, Dennis is the lightweight. Okay, so that
what's that, Jovanni?
8.
Okay, well,
yeah, I'm taking the L on that one.
Yep, you usually take the L, but guys. Thank you for joining us for our NXT WarGames prediction show. Dozer, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a blast,
thank
man.
You so much.
No problem.
Appreciate it,
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
We're always happy to come on. And remember, please watch Such Good Shoot on Thursdays at 10 p.m.
Please.
Right here on Pro Wrestling Junkies.
Sheep pop.
You can't. If you can't tell, my favorite wrestler might be Mick Foley.
Bang, bang.
Oh, man. How would you react if we got Mick Foley on a virtual markout?
I might actually watch.
Damn. Burying the product. Junkyard.
I'm one of the few people. I have multiple hobbies, and I have a 2-year-old. So the time the virtual markouts are going on, I am normally sitting there trying to convince her to go to sleep.
Well, Mazel Tov, 2-year-old.
So, no offense. Family comes first. Product comes second.
That's
fair enough.
Fair enough.
Then the
Perfectly
Green Bay
acceptable.
Packers if I was to listen to Vince Lombardi, but that's not where I am at.
Fuck the Packers.
Oh,
Eagles
damn.
for life. Eagles for life.
Oh, fuck the
They suck
Eagles,
too.
Cowboys. I'll die on that cross. Go Cowboys.
Look, I'm a Philly boy. I'm at least from Philly, so I can say that.
Oh, okay.
I went to Philly for a Cowboys-Eagles game. Okay.
Why?
I flew
Why
in
on
the
God's
look,
green earth would you come to Philly if you're not from there?
I flew in to Philadelphia.
Why?
I couldn't leave the airport parking lot in my Cowboys jersey.
No, you couldn't.
I get to the stadium, and by this time, I'm wearing 3 cheesesteaks, 2 orders of fries, and at least 5 beers.
I'm sorry, but I would have warned you. No.
And none of those Philly fans wanted to show and get these hands. They just wanted to talk shit from afar.
No, you don't go to Philly in a Cowboys jersey. You go to where I'm at right now. You come to DC. You watch the Deadskins.
No, it's Washington football team.
It's a football team now, buddy.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm from Such Good Shoot. We are not really politically correct. I'm sorry for this fact. But you know, you don't go to Philly in a Cowboys jersey. There are certain things you don't do.
Oh yeah,
That is among them. I am sorry for your loss. And you know what? The entire NFC sucks this year.
Yes, the NFC East totally
NFC
sucks
East,
ass.
I meant.
Yes. I don't think nobody has more than 4
we
wins than
suck.
that one. So bad.
we suck so
we
bad.
suck.
We put an arena football quarterback in there to see. Hey, let's see what this guy can do.
Oh, you can't
And
do
he
any worse
did
than
better
that.
than everyone else.
He did really well his one game.
Just bring back Tony Romo. He's just announcing he can come back, right?
Aikman was getting itchy. That's how bad it was.
To play in the NFL when he's making all that money as an announcer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of stupid.
Tony's
Well,
banking.
this coming from the guy whose team was so bad he'd rather watch December to dismember.
I got no response to that because that is 100% truth.
Yeah. At least you guys have a team. You guys, well, I wouldn't say is doing great, but at least better than our team. Our local team, the Atlanta
What's your
Falcons.
review for this week, Spencer?
Well, our local team is the Atlanta Falcons. I have been fans of the San Francisco 49ers, the Tennessee Titans, and maybe another team next week. But those are my 2 right now.
You
More
said Baltimore this week.
only Baltimore so they can beat Pittsburgh. I don't want Pittsburgh to be undefeated anymore.
I hate Pittsburgh.
If Michael Oliver is watching it, he's cursing you right now.
Hey, Michael, suck it. Pittsburgh sucks.
Only
They
good
make
thing
a
out
good
of
sandwich, though.
Pittsburgh-
They put the French fries right on it. It's
Look,
good.
The only thing out of Pittsburgh
French
is Britt
fries on a
Baker.
burger.
That's it.
The-
Not on a burger, on
And
a
Kurt Angle. And
sandwich.
Kurt Angle.
Okay, I'll still give you that.
And Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
And hot take right there from Dozer.
I'd take them both.
We'll save that for a future episode because that's very interesting right there. But besides all the football talk, thank you again for joining us for our NXT War Games prediction show. Make sure you guys follow us on the Pro Wrestling Junkies social media accounts, PW_Junkies at Twitter, at Instagram, at YouTube. Join the Facebook group, link in the description of the audio when I do that.
Don't forget that Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch. I don't even know the link. I'll put that in there eventually. And then make sure you can follow me on my personal social media account, Twitter, on Twitter. There we go. At number 11 SC. I changed it recently, so I'm trying to remember. DDJ, where can the people find you?
Well, you can follow me on my Twitter account on Twitter at DennisWJR.
Don't worry, no one's watching anyway.
And
I mean,
then
2 people are, but yeah.
They're missing out on a hell of a show. So
I know.
I'm also on Facebook at Dennis Day Jr. You can also catch me on What Do You Say with DDJ, drops every Monday at midnight.
I think that's the first time we got that plug. Jovanni.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can be found on Twitter at Jovanni2Hotty. The Pro Wrestling Junkies Facebook page, you can find me as Jovan Menacho, or any post you see that says 2 Hotties 2 cents or hot or not with 2 Hotty.
Yes, I know it says, if you guys see our Facebook group, I just want to get this out there. I know it says my name, but that's because we use like a service called Hootsuite, and that's like under my name. It's Jovan. So if you see the 2 cents, if you see hot or not, that's Jovanni. So if he says something you don't agree with or some of the stupid shit he says, that's him, not me. Direct your comments, your DMs to him. Stop DMing me, please.
Spencer gets some heat, and I feel bad some days. But
Yeah,
then there's days that I make some, and I'm like, "Oh, Spencer's gonna love this one."
Dozer, tell the people where they can find you one more time, because I think we already did it. But go ahead.
You can find me on Such Good Shoot every Thursday at 10 p.m. I think I have a Twitter. I haven't posted to it since I think about 2010. So good luck there. And yeah, I'm not really. You can find me. My first name is Steven. Good luck finding me. I'm not sure if you can, and I probably won't accept your friend request. So,
well, I feel special because you accepted my friend request.
Yes, but you're what do you say with DDJ? You're a local celebrity.
Wow, thank you.
He doesn't need a bigger head.
What? Dozer, you're not allowed on the Junkyard anymore. You're giving DDJ way too big of a big head. No.
I've accepted all of your friend requests for the exact same reason.
Okay, good.
You all have an equally big head.
That's right. Again, thanks everybody for joining us for this very off the rails NXT WarGames prediction show. Thank you again for Dozer for joining us tonight. Again, it's been a blast. DDJ, Jovanni, Hotty, it's always a blast. I put up with you guys, but it's always great doing this with you. Before we leave, want to plug something of the Junkyard. And I don't know who's still listening to this, but coming out this Tuesday, we have a very special interview. I'm going to leave the name a secret for now, but it is definitely one to listen to. I'll tell you off the air, Dozer. But hey, thank you again, everybody. Make sure you check out the Junkyard on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Such Good Shoot in the Facebook group Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern. Thanks again. Have a good night. Junkies out.
The guest is...